Hey, yeah,
This is the Modern Monk Show, and here we have Rudransh Bhardwaj, an amazing person, an
Thank
amazing
you.
personality, and a very heavy voice. I mean, I'm a fan.
Yeah,
You can
I
actually get wet.
did not expect that as one of my intros, but thank you for
Yeah,
that. Um,
I mean, I'm simping. I'm simping on your voice.
for fuck's sake, I'm
Before,
simping on your fucking face, dude. What the fuck?
come on. Yeah,
Hottie,
just I'm
hottie,
just average.
hottie, bro, hottie. Yeah,
I'm just average. Speak for yourself, man. You are amazing.
मेरी दाढ़ी भी connect नहीं होती. How can I fucking speak for myself, dude? Come on. Nah, that shit
Okay,
ain't just
anyways.
running. Yeah.
Yeah. So आज हम बात करेंगे the philosophy of love, heartbreaks, and how to cope up with heartbreaks, how to move on, and all this shit. Ooh,
Man.
रूडी के पास काफी अच्छी चीजें हैं बताने के लिए.
Um,
First of all, let's talk about love.
yeah, definitely.
Let's
Let's
talk
go in the
about love.
chronological order in which a relationship was. So
Yeah,
the first is you meet
exactly.
someone, right? तुम
Hmm.
किसी से मिले, तुम्हें
Hmm.
बहुत अच्छा लगा, and फिर तुम उनको और तरह जान रहे हो, and एक systematic order में you get to know more things about the other person. From वो
Hmm.
कहाँ पे पढ़े थे, to उनकी फैमिली ने उनको किस किस तरीके से ट्रॉमेटाइज किया है, तुम्हें सब पता चलता है. And that knowing of the other person and that caring about the other person that comes from you knowing so much about the other person is what I call love. Love is not about ki, oh man, he's so fucking sexy, come get some. No, it's more about how much you care. बहन चोद चावल बना लो अभी. How much you care about the other person, genuinely.
All right. So, in your definition, care is the thing that you emphasize.
Yeah, because
How do
look at how we say this. Like a mom
hmm,
loves her son, a mom loves her
hmm,
daughter. Doesn't
hmm,
mean that she wants to have sexual relations with that offspring. It means that she cares for them, right?
hmm, hmm.
I say ki I love my friends. Doesn't mean I want to have sex relations with them. It means that I care for them, right?
Agreed.
That
Yeah,
is one thing which is
totally.
very gray area between all of
Hmm,
this black and white. This is where it all
hmm.
like converges.
All right. Cool. That's
Yeah.
right.
What about you? How
So,
would you define what love is?
I mean, I think I'm a very rational person in this area because maybe it's because of the experiences I've gotten, but I think it's all about chemicals. I mean, this is what I think. It's all about chemicals, dopamine, serotonin, and all that stuff.
Yeah. So that
I'm not
is just
very.
like, yeah, that is just another dimension to it, right? Ki, like
Hmm,
you care about them because of these chemicals
hmm,
that are being secreted in your brain when you look at that other person.
hmm, hmm.
So yeah, I agree with what you're saying. And of course,
But
like
then,
experiences
yeah,
do hamper
then
our
it raises the
definition.
question. Yeah, then it raises the question: what if, what if there were no chemicals? Like if there were no chemicals, how would we feel about love? How would we feel actually if there were no chemicals?
I don't think we
This
would
is the
feel, right? Like there would be no feeling if there was no chemicals, since these chemicals are the thing which are making you feel. You are a
hmm,
carcass. ठीक है, तुम एक लकड़ी के ढांचे हो जिसके अंदर your brain is controlling you.
hmm.
How is the brain
Yeah,
controlling you? By sending these chemicals out.
cool.
Like these
Okay,
emotions,
so
they stem those chemicals.
Hmm, it's amazing. I mean, for me, I don't look at love in a very poetic way. I don't know. People will
Hmm.
hate me for this, but I don't know. Maybe I've never found someone
Hmm.
that much, close. Or maybe I did. I just don't know. I'm really unsure. I'm still exploring. I'm still, you know, going about finding new things, exploring new ideas and all.
Yeah.
So
So
I can't really, wait a minute.
yeah.
Uh,
So what you're
I don't
saying
find
is,
myself,
hmm,
I don't find myself eligible yet to, tell about love,
hmm.
to explain what love is for me.
I believe that I have fallen in love, like at least once, right? And it is like I look at it from a very poetic point of view. Like from like, oh, honey, I will get you the stars and the sun and everything that you desire. To like, I will give my literal life for you. For me, love is that. Um, and speaking about it is just seems very stupid because love is something that you experience, right? You can't just talk about love. You have to experience love, and that's what you're saying, that you don't think that you have ever experienced love, and you don't think
I
that you're
mean, I
eligible to
did.
talk about it.
I don't, no, no, what you're talking about, like, honey, I can get you stars and all. I've
Hmm,
experienced it once. It was beautiful. It was good.
hmm,
It was
hmm,
amazing. But after I came out of that zone, after I came out of that sphere, I'm not really sure that I'll get that kind of experience. I'm not really sure that I'll fall in love again
hmm,
like the way I did before. Like it was that school time puppy love.
hmm.
I'm not really sure that I'll get it like the way I did. So,
Um, so like first of all, same, right? I just got out of a commitment, and
hmm,
I don't think that I will find that again because how can you find something so good again, right? But the thing is, you will. तुम्हारा ब्रेन किसी और इंसान को देख के भी वही सेम केमिकल सिक्रीट करेगा because your brain does not look at that person as a person. It looks at that person as an objective. Your objective is to gain that person so that you feel good. है ना? So you will change your objective after your brain finds out कि oh, this is no longer in my reach. Now I still have to satisfy that hunger. ठीक है, मतलब तुम्हारे सामने एक कबूतर था, तुमने सोचा मैं इसको मार के खा सकता हूँ, पर
hmm,
वो उड़ गया. अब
hmm,
तुम ये तो नहीं बैठे रहोगे ना कि यार कबूतर खाना है. नहीं, तुम्हें फिर भी भूख तो लग रही है, तुम्हें अपना पेट भरना है, तो you will look for alternatives.
hmm,
And you won't experience the same feeling again. That this is just my theory. You won't experience the same feeling again, but you will experience something which is a more revised version, which is not as innocent and not as pure, which you call puppy love, which I completely agree with, but something which is a bit more adulterated with traumas, a bit more adulterated with fears, because both the parties have gone through such situations in the past.
well, in that case, you'll have to find the compatible person for you, like
Oh yeah,
who
definitely.
has experienced. Uh, what are your views on passionate love? What do you think passion is? I
Passion.
mean, people call those people stupid, and they call them retarded who are
Yeah,
passionately in love with someone.
yeah. So the thing is, people
How do
will
you
call
define this thing?
everything stupid and retarded. That is just a fact of life. there will be a person that will call anything retarded just for the sake of calling it that. And there will be people जो भेड़ चाल में उसको follow करेंगे, है ना? So the thing is कि I believe in passionate love because passion is not कि passion is not like love. It's not permanence. Passion is something that you feel in the moment. कभी कभी गेम खेलते खेलते यू जस्ट लूज ऑल सेंसेस, तुम्हारी मम्मी तुम्हें पीछे से बुला रही है, तुम उनकी बात नहीं सुन रहे हो, तुम गेम में तब तक घुसे हुए हो, राइट? दैट इज यू आर पैशनेट फॉर दैट गेम एंड दैट मोमेंट.
Hmm.
And just the same way, we feel this passion, passionate sex. People confuse it with passionate love. People confuse it with sex a lot of times. The thing is, the
Hmm.
that feeling of passion, we feel that during sex a lot because you are in a vulnerable state. The other person is in a vulnerable state, and you guys are the only persons that can get you out of that vulnerable state. So you are focused on that. Right. You are craving something and the other person is providing it. So, but passion also comes from a very emotional level. Um, do you ever just feel, ki, oh my fucking God, I love this person so much, right? That feeling, that's passion. Whenever you feel deeply about something, even if you hate it, even if you dislike it, even if you want to puke, that's passion. You hate it passionately. You are grossed by it passionately. You love it passionately.
Hmm. Agreed. Agreed.
Passion is like a
So you
temporary
talked about
boost.
vulnerabilities.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. You talked about vulnerabilities. People feel, scared. They're afraid to show their vulnerabilities while they are in a relationship or while they are talking to someone
Yeah.
who, like, who they find romantically attracted to.
Hmm.
So
So
what do you think about, sharing vulnerabilities?
I think it's very important in any kind of relationship, even if you're just friends, even if it's with your parents, even if it's with your partner, your person. It's very important because those vulnerabilities just just as they're on par with your strengths. तुम अगर किसी को ये चीज बोल सकते हो
Hmm.
कि hey, I'm a really good speaker, you also are entitled and should feel the same way about telling them कि yeah, I don't draw really well. You know, why
Okay,
do
I
we
got your
feel
point.
this?
I got your
Why
point.
do we feel this need to put on our strengths on a display and hide our weaknesses in a fucking closet and lock it? People feel that way because we have
Hmm.
been conditioned evolutionarily to feel that way because we all needed to survive. To survive, you need to be strong. To be strong, you need to lock your emotions.
You made
That's
a
why I
good
feel
point
people
here.
feel scared. That feeling of scare is a survival instinct. And as we are evolving as people, as we are evolving as a civilization, that feeling of survival is no longer there. It's not there. You don't need to go out running from woolly mammoths just to get just to get some bread. Bread in the sense meaning meat, quite literally.
Yeah. Hmm.
That is no longer
All right.
our struggle. Our struggle now is a very emotional struggle. So many people, there's a study that shows that if a person does not get enough physical affirmation and enough physical contact, their lifespan is shortened. If a person does not emotionally vent themselves, then their lifespan is shortened. And
Okay.
this is one of the things that I applaud feminism and the feminist movement on. They have brought out these things. These things were already there, but
Hmm.
they, dug it out of the ground and created a very strong men's right movement, as we call it.
Agreed, agreed. I mean, you know, teaching about sensitivity, teaching about having emotions, teaching about, we actually were lacking in these areas, especially men.
We weren't lacking, dude.
I
We had to go out and we had to fight.
hmm,
We had to fight
hmm,
wars, right? And people say
hmm.
that women mature at a faster rate. Yeah, they do. You know why? Because they weren't going out fighting wars. We were. Like men were. I'm not going to say we. Those 19th century, 18th century men were, right? Even if you look at a veteran, now that
Hmm.
they're old, one of the biggest things that they find out is that it's okay to fucking cry. It's needed to vent.
Because at that time they were told to, stay strong, don't cry, men
Exactly.
don't cry.
Exactly.
Uh,
That men don't cry is
now,
again
now
a
that
paraphrasing, a paraphrasing of just the feeling that you need to be strong. Just because you have to be strong does not mean that you can't cry.
totally agree with this point. I mean, at that time we had a war, and we needed mental resilience, and
Oh, yes,
they
definitely.
put that's why they put emphasis on being mentally strong, because
Hmm.
wars, it
Yeah.
traumatizes you and you have to be strong. But right now we don't have any wars.
Like, I'll give you an
Everybody is.
example. I'll give you an example. Have you
Hmm.
played God of War on PS4, the new one?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So
Sorry, not into games.
there's this scene in the game where, okay, so it's basically like a father-son bonding story. The mother dies,
Hmm.
and Kratos and his son, they're both gods, right?
Hmm.
They have to go and, do the final rites of the mother. And
Hmm.
in the
Hmm.
way, they fight monsters. Uh, Atreus, his son, is hesitant to kill other men.
Hmm.
Kratos tells him, his father tells him, that you need to block out your emotions. You do not need to feel for them because they won't feel for you. He's
Okay.
not telling him that you can't cry, that, oh, you need to be strong. He's telling them that this is needed at the moment.
Okay.
And that is how it connects with the traditionalist movement. The traditionalist movement is like, why can't we all go back to the patriarchal ways? First of all, I hate that fucking word patriarchal. A male dominated? Yes. A patriarchal? Fuck no. Right? So,
Hmm.
why can't we all go back? Because the times are changing, because our fights are no longer to kill people, they are to, well, thrive.
I mean, can you elaborate more about that thing you mentioned? Uh, Male dominance or yes, and patriarchal no. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean by that?
So, patriarchal has a very toxic and a very bad feeling resonating the moment you say it, right? The moment you say
Hmm.
patriarchal good, all heads will turn towards you and they will be ready to do a witch hunt on you. Find out what you posted on Twitter fucking 15 years ago, right?
This is the present scene. Okay.
This is a present scene. The
Hmm.
thing is, people, I think Jordan Peterson did this in a GQ interview. I think it was in 2018. Uh,
Hmm.
this woman said, the host said that, oh, patriarchy, the hierarchical patriarchy did this, and he just refused that point by saying it's not toxic patriarchy if you still have a job. If it was a patriarchy, if it was a society made by men to, like, oppress women, then you wouldn't. be able to speak this, right?
Hmm.
And if
Okay.
you feel that you are and if you are benefiting from a toxic patriarchy, then shouldn't you, as a so righteous person, give up your job? And she just said no, because that is the smart thing to do. You wouldn't give up your job just because of a feeling that a person has, just because of a movement. No.
Okay. Cool. Cool. I got
I
your
would
point.
recommend everyone to check out that GQ interview that Jordan Peterson did, 2018. Yeah,
Everybody, go watch that video.
go watch that.
Anyway, so let's go back to our point. Go back to where we were. The main discussion. That is uh, philosophy of love.
Yes.
How much do you think you know emotional resilience matters while while we are fighting, not quite literally fighting, but when we are when we are having a
An
discourse kind
argument.
of thing, an argument, you can say, yeah,
Yeah.
an argument with our partners, with our
I don't
lovers.
think you need to be emotionally resilient at all. If you are fighting with them, then that is a good way to vent to them about what the other person is doing wrong. You wouldn't just go around telling them, oh, you did this pretty fucking bad, my man. You wouldn't go around creating situations like that. But since you are already in a situation, it's good to vent out. And if there are so many things that you are venting about that, well, hurt the other person and hurt you in the end, then should you really be in a relationship that's doing so much wrong to you and the other person?
Right.
At the end of the day, a relationship is supposed to add on to your life. It's like a 90 and another 90 coming together to make a 150. Nobody is saying that a 90 and a 90 will come together and make a 200. No. Nobody is saying that a 90 and a 90 will come together to make a 180. Fuck no. I'm saying a 150, dude.
That's like more realistic approach
Yeah.
towards.
There will be things that you will fight about. How can there not be? But the thing is, the feeling of anger, the feeling of discourse should not
Hmm.
overpower the feeling of care, passion, and love that you feel for the other person.
You made
If
a
it
good
does,
point here.
if it does, you already know what to
Then
do.
you're
You already know what to do. Most people stay in relationships like this because they feel that they won't find another person like this. Look at it from a very chemical point of view. You will.
okay. Then you're giving me a hope
I'm giving
from my
myself hope,
last.
dude. You know how much that shit fucked me up. My last
Yeah.
relationship. Yeah, I'm giving
Then
myself
let's talk
hope when.
about it.
Sure.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about how to deal with heartbreaks. How did you deal with it? What
Uh,
was your experience?
well, I think it took me 3 months,
Mm.
and it was a 2 month commitment. And
Cool, cool.
the thing is, it fucked me up, man. It fucked me up on a very big level. For the first month, I was just thinking about her. I would be attending classes and just thinking about her. I would be cooking and thinking about her. Just constantly doing that. Constantly. And that's fine because that's naturally coming to me. I'm not going around looking at her Instagram and then thinking about her. No. That stuff came naturally to me. I needed to vent. I had friends that I talked to. For the first month, for the first month, I didn't have any friends. I basically locked myself up in my room, not talking to anyone. Uh, and it went to a point where I actually found Kapil Sharma funny, like his show. And that was the point where I was like, okay, I need to talk to some friends, man. This is getting out of hand. And well, when I started talking to them, they were very ready to listen to me whenever I wanted to vent, which was a lot. And I had good friends. I had genuinely good friends, and they are still my friends to this day. And well, the thing is, went a lot. That feeling inside you, that care that you felt for her or for your partner, you need to get that shit out, my man. You can't just keep it in. If you keep it in, then it will stay with you forever. Get it out. And the second thing that helped me a lot was jerking off a lot. Masturbate.
Dude,
Literally beat the feeling out of your system. You know,
you
as they
you
say, get the bad eggs out, get the bad eggs out. That shit helped me out a lot.
I mean, you do know that I promote NoFap. I,
Yes, you do promote NoFap. Oh, the thing is,
but yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
no, no,
It's
no. The thing I have with NoFap is, yes, it's good. Um, I understand the psychology and the philosophy behind it. That that
mm,
sexual need will motivate you.
mm,
But the thing is, sometimes you
mm,
need to just let go of everything. And
yeah.
it, NoFap has become like now a competitive thing. कि like, oh, मैंने 2 साल से नहीं हिलाया, oh, मैंने तो 5 साल से नहीं हिलाया, oh, मैंने तो कभी हिलाया ही नहीं. Okay, so मैंने 1 महीने से नहीं हिलाया,
Oh,
मैं अभी
मेरा
भी खुश
उठता
हूँ.
ही नहीं.
मेरा उत्तर ही नहीं है अब.
People are so stupid.
Exactly, dude. So like,
Wait.
it's fine, dude. Just jerk it out of your system. That's what helped me. But I'm a very sexual person, so yeah. For other people who might feel more emotionally, for someone, I believe writing is a very good option. I also wrote. I wrote a lot. Like, he knows how much
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wrote. He knows.
I do know that. And
There have been, yeah.
every word, it hits the heart. I mean, I'm not even kidding.
Like, see, that's the
So,
thing. Like,
okay,
even in
listen.
Rockstar, right? It was like, जब टूटा दिल बजता है ना तब संगीत बनता है भाई साहब.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's the like same philosophy I formed. I was just like, okay, let's go. And give yourself time, dude. It's all
Okay,
natural that you're going through. The detox.
it's
And
not a
while
one
you're
day thing.
doing,
Like,
yeah, oh fuck no, it's not a 1 day thing. Also, while you're on a detox, if you're on a detox from uh, alcohol, you don't go around looking at people drinking alcohol or looking at pictures of alcohol. Yeah, I know some of you out there might be, rolling through some person's feed. Don't unfollow, block them, dude, block them. Go off of social
hmm.
media if you can. It helps a lot.
I mean, I have deleted my Instagram and Facebook, and I feel so good. I feel
Yeah,
so free. I'm not obliged to, you know, post pictures of me and, be
yeah,
there every fucking time. It was
yeah.
just
That's a very good feeling.
okay. So, from my personal experience,
Hmm.
what I think was like what I did wrong was that I tried my best to ignore facts. A that that she is going to be with someone else now, and that particular thought, it was like really hurting for me, and I was
Yeah.
constantly ignoring that.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Well, first of all, same. But okay. So we do that because we want hope, right? That
Hmm.
hope कि हो सकता है वो मुझे दोबारा देखे और हो सकता है पीछे उसके वायलेंस बजे और हो सकता है फिर उसको मेरे से दोबारा प्यार हो जाए बट ऐसा नहीं होगा डूड ऐसा नहीं होगा she fell in love with you allegedly once she won't do that again nope you know why because
Hmm.
she was the one who found out that she does not love you anymore.
I mean, it's
And that's
subjective
why
though. It's
it's
subjective.
oh, I'm talking
Uh,
about you,
it's
like
uh,
taking you as an
okay, yeah.
example.
Sure. Yeah.
She won't fall for you again. And if she does, then there's
Hmm.
something fishy going on. But like yeah,
Hmm.
dude, बहुत fuck चीज है ठीक है हर एक का अपना अपना सब्जेक्टिव होता है देयर आर सम थिंग्स व्हिच हेल्प पीपल जनरली तो कोई भी अगर तुम्हें बोलेगा ना ब्रो ये चीज कर ब्रो वो चीज कर दैट इज सब्जेक्टिव हो सकता है तुम्हारे ऊपर काम ना करे दैट डजंट मीन दैट देयर इज समथिंग रॉन्ग विद यू इट जस्ट मीन्स दैट वेल दिस डिड नॉट वर्क फॉर यू दैट्स ऑल legitimize your
Hmm.
feelings. I'm saying it again and again and again. Legitimize your feelings.
I mean, don't ignore them. Do not
Don't
ignore
ignore it.
what you're feeling, even
Yeah,
if it, even if that shit hurts.
hurts.
Do
It
not
hurts.
ignore.
No, not
You
even
actually,
if it will hurt. It will hurt you, dude. But you have to go through it. That's the only way that you
cool,
can. Yeah.
cool.
What do you think about
I
like the
mean,
modern definition of love? Like, you know, that one night stands and the friends with benefits kind of deal. What's your perception about that?
you know what I think? If you engage in those things, you may get satisfied. You may get the feeling of satisfaction from the physical level, but you will still feel a void, and you are supposed to feel a void, an emotional void, you can say.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I personally haven't engaged in such things.
Yeah, me neither. But like I was talking to this person, and well, she was also ranting about this topic, and I realized that even I don't, you know, support this. Like, okay, not support is a very wrong word here. Even I don't do this. This feeling of like, oh, a one night stand, oh, friends with benefits kind of deal. It's just for your physical satisfaction, like sexual satisfaction. You go around, fuck a
what
person.
I think is,
Yeah.
what I think is maybe there are two reasons. Number one,
Hmm.
you are extremely curious to do such things. Maybe you are intrigued by the fact that people engage in one night stands, and that's where that's where your curiosity is coming from. Second reason could be, people could be very, very frustrated, very, you know like, I don't know how to put this into words. Maybe because लोग थक चुके हैं, लोग
Hmm.
परेशान है, लोग काफी ज्यादा स्ट्रेस्ड हैं, and just to let that frustration like vent out,
Hmm.
they engage in one night stands, I guess.
Yeah. I think the
There could be
second
so many
one.
reasons.
Hmm. I think the second
There could
one
be
that
so
you
many
said
reasons.
really
Mm.
uh, felt real to me because like that's like a very probable thing. That just लोग थक चुके हैं. They just like wanna fucking let go. Yeah, that could definitely be it.
Hmm. So it's like more about getting a physical peace for some time, you can say.
Hmm.
Maybe not satisfaction, maybe just peace, peace of mind.
Yeah,
So
just a
that,
second. Sorry. Um.
no worries.
So the thing is like yeah, physical satisfaction is yeah that that thing might be what's really going on people who just want to have one night stands. I really want a person who supports this thing on this podcast. Like, I really want to like talk to them. It's like you don't get to know them. Like, क्यों?
Okay, let's find out,
Because
people.
like both of us here have like, yeah,
Let's
let's,
find out.
bro. It'd be amazing.
Let's go.
Any of you that would feel comfortable talking about it and you support one night stands, So our socials will be in the description below. Go and text us,
Yeah,
and we'll plan something.
definitely. Okay, let's talk more about heartbreaks now. Let's give more
Yes.
insight on this. My experience, I, after some time, I came with the terms that, I have to embrace it. I have to feel that pain. I have to get hurt so that maybe not instantly, but maybe after 2 or 3 days, I'll feel better. And it's going to be uh, an upward graph for my healing. And until unless I
Hmm.
don't stop like ignoring, I won't be able to go anywhere. That's what I
Hmm.
experienced. What is yours?
My experience was like do a deep dive, fall head first into your feelings,
Hmm.
and go to the deepest corners कि तुम्हें क्यों लग रहा है ऐसा,
Hmm.
कि तुम्हें ये सारी की सारी फीलिंग्स क्यों आ रही है.
Hmm. Okay.
रूट पे चले जाओ कि क्या तुम्हारी मम्मी ने तुम्हें इतना प्यार नहीं किया, या फिर ऐसा कुछ. Go ahead, dude, and get to know yourself better in like moments of like struggle, like moments of, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
yeah, in like moments of struggle, in moments of you know fight, you
Hmm.
really find out how strong you are and what your weaknesses are, more importantly,
Hmm.
and work to patch up your weaknesses, man. Like, get help if you need to. That's fine.
I mean, when you're down, you get the real opportunity to evolve. You get the real opportunity to grow. If that's what you mean.
Definitely.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, again, sorry. Uh, yeah, what were you saying?
Hmm. So, like, we can say that when you're down, when you're at your weakest point, that is where you get the opportunity to grow. That is where you get the, chance to reevaluate what you have been doing wrong till now.
ब्रो, बहुत साफ सी बात है. तो अगर एक कंफर्ट जोन में है अपने, तो फिर तू वहां से बाहर क्यों निकलना चाहेगा? ठीक है, तू
Point.
कंफर्ट जोन में है, इसका मतलब है तू कंफर्टेबल है. अपने आप को फालतू में कंफर्ट जोन से मत निकालो चूतियों की तरह कि नहीं 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 मेरे को तो ग्रो करना है. नहीं, व्हेन यू आर ऑलरेडी आउट ऑफ द कंफर्ट जोन, कि मतलब अरे चलो दुकान तक चक्कर लग ही रहा है तो बेटा जाके मक्खन में ले आना, वैसे ही अगर तुम अपने कंफर्ट जोन से निकले ही हो तो वर्क ऑन ग्रोइंग, और उसके बाद आना अपनी कंफर्ट जोन में. सिंपल सी बात है.
Hmm. ये काफी सही चीज कही. I agree on that.
मान ले कंफर्ट जोन तेरा घर है, ठीक है,
Hmm.
तेरे को बाहर जाना ही है.
Hmm.
अगर बाहर जा ही रहे हो तो एक मूवी भी देखाओ. अगर बाहर जा ही रहे हो तो अरे घर में क्या नहीं है, ये नहीं है, ये भी ले आओ. दूध नहीं है, मान लो दूध भी ले आओ, अंडे ले आओ.
Hmm.
कुछ ऐसा कर लो जिससे तुम्हारे ऊपर एक अच्छा इफेक्ट पड़ जाए. इफ यू आर ऑलरेडी इन अ स्पेस जहां पे तुम स्ट्रगल कर रहे हो, स्ट्रगल टू बी बेटर.
You made a good point here. Okay, so like we can conclude now. When you are in a rough patch, when you are having a heartbreak, you know, try not to ignore all those feelings you get from it.
Yeah,
Fucking
definitely.
embrace it.
Don't go around
Uh,
don't go around saying कि ओ ब्रो मैं तो बिल्कुल सही हूँ, और घर पे जाके है छन्ना सुन्ना छन्ना मेरा अगर सुन के रो रहे हो. नहीं, एम्ब्रेस इट. एक दो महीना दो अपने आप को आराम से. ये मत सोचो कि
hmm,
अरे मैं तो कल ठीक हो जाऊंगा. और तुम्हारे साथ ऐसा होगा कि तुम्हें लग रहा होगा मैं तो सही हूँ, और अगले दिन तुम दोबारा रोना शुरू कर दोगे. Doesn't mean shit. Just means कि okay you felt good, now you don't. Fine. Doesn't have a cryptic message behind it. Embrace your fucking feelings. Don't
I mean,
let them go.
yeah, this is what makes us human beings.
Definitely.
Mm. So, shall we conclude our
What we have concluded is प्यार
fucking
करो,
mm,
हर्ट भी हो, जब
exactly.
हर्ट होगे तब ग्रो करोगे,
Mm.
तो बहुत साफ सी बात है.
And don't
Enjoy life.
don't lose hope.
Do things that make you happy. बहन के लोड़ों.